Since the beginning of time, mankind has searched for answers to the big questions. Where did we come from? Is there life after death? Are we alone? But today, in this very theater, you will be asked to answer the ultimate question.
What is the water cycle? First, we have evaporation. Evaporation is caused by the sun, without which the water cycle would never function. In the hydrologic cycle, water evaporates from the surface of the ocean as well as from soil, streams, rivers, and lakes on land. This forms clouds in the atmosphere and fuels the rest of the cycle. Evaporation also occurs in another form, transpiration. This is where water is added to the atmosphere through the loss of water vapor from plants.
The next step in the cycle is condensation. Condensation is the formation of liquid water from water vapor in the atmosphere in the form of clouds. The evaporated water, currently in water vapor form, flows upward in the troposphere. The molecules gather into clouds and are carried by the wind. As the clouds move across the sky, they gather more and more water vapor. As the clouds gather more water vapor, they become darker and get closer to liquid state.
After the clouds gather enough water vapor, they begin to precipitate. The vapor will gather together and make the clouds heavier and darker. Clouds ready to precipitate will look darker. Precipitation is when fully condensed water vapor begins to fall back down to the earth. Precipitation can be rain, sleet, snow, or hail. Precipitation is necessary to bring water to plants, animals, and bodies of water across the world. Too much or too little precipitation can be a bad thing. Dry areas like deserts exist because of a lack of precipitation in the area, while flash floods can be a product of abnormally large amounts of precipitation. Human polluting in the environment from aerosols can create acid rain, precipitation that has low pH and can damage what it comes into contact with.
After the rain falls over the earth, some water evaporates back into the air, some water sinks into the earth, and other water runs into nearby rivers, lakes, streams, or oceans. The water which flows into nearby bodies of water and goes back to the ocean is called runoff. Runoff is important in the water cycle because it finishes the cycle and brings the water which hasn't been evaporated back to the ocean. The water which is absorbed by the earth through dirt and porous rock becomes groundwater. Groundwater is fresh water stored in underground caverns and rocks. The water sinks down until the ground becomes saturated. This is called the saturation zone. At the top of the saturation zone is an area called the water table, where the pressure from the groundwater is the same as the atmospheric pressure, which can be deep underground or very close to the surface. The groundwater provides water to soil, plants, and other water masses where it can evaporate and start the whole cycle over again.
In conclusion, the water cycle is important because it brings water all around the earth for people and plants to hydrate themselves. Here, the water can be seen running through the cycle. It evaporates, condenses, precipitates, and runs back to the ocean. The length of the cycle could take anywhere from a week to tens of thousands of years, depending upon where the water goes.